was not working so hard. So what Rahul did is to actually challenge myself out of my comfort zone and asking in how much time you can do it.
I don't have time for myself. I must compliment Rahul the way he has been chasing me, he has been pushing me.
I am Rahul Jain, Director of BizWiz and LMI India. LMI is world's largest people development company. We help individuals to perform better. We help organizations to perform better.
Welcome everyone. It's a time to celebrate our connections. So I would look to welcome all of you and thank you to each and every one of you for being here with us today. We are very happy and pleased to be able to welcome those of you that have been with us for a long time now, as well as those who are new to us. So welcome each and everyone. Or this is the session which we designed today, how to create strong bondings, how to use these bondings and connections to grow in business, to grow in life. So let's start. Can I name the people who are here first? So welcome Amrina, welcome Ajay, thank you so much Rahul ji. So this is the session.
Thank you, ma'am.
How are you Amrina? Would you like to share
I'm
something?
good.
Can you switch
No,
on your video?
sorry?
Can you switch on your video?
Yes, 1 second. I'll just do
Please.
that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Ajay, how are you?
Yes, ma'am. Fine, ma'am. How are you?
Oh, I'm good. I'm seeing you all are enthusiastic, energetic, and looking forward to these sessions to get something to grow in life. That's great, Amrina. It's nice to look
Yeah. Hello, ma'am.
after a long time. So,
Yes.
what's your expectations from this session, Amrina? What do you see? How you look forward?
So, what I've already learned in the program that I had undertaken, Attitude is Everything, I would just like to, strengthen that all that knowledge that I have gained in that. So, I would like to, get deeper into the knowledge that I have already gathered in the last few months. So, this
Right.
would be a nice session, to kind of get into the nitty-gritties of it.
Absolutely wonderful, and it's great to hear it from your side. Actually,
Yeah,
you are correct.
We have received your presentation. So your presentation you will do at the end.
Okay.
That's great.
After this, it's a kind of a review session. And some add-ons are there, so it will help you.
Okay, sir. No problem.
Yes, relationship building is a part of the course of effective personal and business transformation. And as we all know that today we have a wide network, but how to leverage this network, how to create bondings, how to retain the people in our life, that's the most, critical challenge in today's world. So that's why Connections Breakthrough here will discuss number of the things, how we can do these things and how we can create the bondings, create the circle of trust. So these kind of the activities, firstly, I would like few questions to all of you who are present here. Should we wait 5 minutes, Rahul sir, or should we start?
No, you can go ahead. That's okay.
Okay, fine. So number of the questions in our mind and we are not able to answer. Like before starting to this session, I would like to ask few questions and you will answer if you like. So what is the proportion of strategic relationship when compared to other network relationship? What kind of strategic relationship do you think there is some importance of strategic relationship, or we should just create relationships randomly? Amrina, Ajay, any of you want to reply, please?
I feel that you need to put in some thought while creating relationships, because at least personally, I am a big believer in making conscious, relationships.
Exactly. In a personal life, same as in professional life, but we do not give a second thought to create it. Always we look at the objective or the purpose or the motive or the profit we gain from others. But before, getting into the contact, before getting into the relationship with people, we should consider it that should we have to design it strategically whether I am fit into this relationship, whether I will, maintain it for a long time, whether it will create something in a value in my life. So, absolutely correct, Amrina. And the second question is this: how many people do you talk on regular basis? आप कितने लोगों से रेगुलर बेसिस पे बात करती हैं और there is a circle, few are very close to you, few are very vital in your life, few are key relations in your life, so a number of the relations you talk regularly.
I would say like around 3, 4 people I speak to regularly.
Exactly. ये close net होता है, these are the very close relations. It never goes beyond number 5. So 3 or 4 is correct. So you make a circle ki regular basis mein I connect with these people and these are my close ones and I have to maintain these relations. Okay, and how much value do these discussions add to your future prospects? If I ask from the business point of view, if you create a circle, if you maintain the talks, if you regularly connect with the people, so how much value do these discussions add to your future prospects? Can they help you refer
Um,
someone? Can you help them in some other way?
yes, definitely. That's that's always there. I mean, I guess with the conscious relationships, I think you always have it at the back of your head that you if you can help your friend or in some way,
Yes.
professionally or personally, that's always there. So I think the discussion naturally comes up, if there is a work opportunity, so my friend will refer it to me or vice versa. So
Exactly, exactly.
yeah.
Absolutely correct, Amrina. And this works actually. The close knit is very important. The circle you have to maintain for a long term. So, and this creates a future prospects for because word of mouth is the great, advertisement of your reputation, your goodwill, and through this you get number in your life to increase, your profits or returns. So exactly. And the number 3 questions, how many people on your networking wish list with whom you want to be connected? And do you have plan on how to connect with those you are currently not? Is there some people in your list with whom you want to be connected?
I think for now, I feel like I'm connected with whoever I would want to be connected with
From
at the moment.
professional point of view, or sometimes
From,
as
yeah,
BNI.
yeah,
Okay,
professional
enough.
point of view, I suppose, yeah, there's always scope to, connect with the
So,
more
any
people.
name in your mind with whom you want to be connected?
Um, there is,
Is this Amitabh Bachchan?
I, so okay,
Any,
from
just
that
dream big.
viewpoint,
Yes. Your wish
dream big.
list.
Okay,
Yes.
so I would say that there are a couple of these how do I say these mental health advocates that I follow on Instagram.
Wow.
So I would want to be connected, and these are the people who have actually started working from scratch. It's not like they have some degree in psychology or
Hmm.
something. These are
Okay.
all self-made people and everything. So
Hmm.
there is this really big blogger by the name of Steven. I would want to be, I would like to connect with him.
Any plan in your mind how you will connect with them? Any strategy you are making?
Strategy, I think, would be to reach out to their, like whatever, because I mean, I think that this is something that out of my contact list. So the only way to reach out, I think, would be organically, through their email address or
Email.
through their Instagram.
Exactly.
Yeah, or probably tag them in certain posts that you are putting up. So that way
Exactly.
you can get noticed.
Beautifully, you have said this, Amrina, and the purpose of this questioning was that there must be some strategy before getting into the connection. There must have some close circles you have to maintain, and there must be a wish list where you want to be connected. So you can plan it, you can find out the ways how I just connect these people. So these are the ways we create connections, and we find how these connections can help us to grow in life and career. So connection breakthrough is just going to be in this way in 1 hour, and we will discuss these things in a very scientific way with tools, technique, and the stepwise. So as you know, the Rahul sir is expert to transform potential of the people. Now he's working on this as an experiential learning through Guftagu. And my niche is relationship building. I'm speaker coach on relationship building, and now I'm just also doing leadership development as I'm a certified coach from LMI. So designing part to how to create your powerful circle, that part I just looked. And the thing, our company, Business Learning, as you know, is we work on the empowerment of human potential. So our vision is to make this universe a happy verse by create and empower 1 million business leaders by 2026. And for this vision, our mission is to help people and organizations to multiply ROI with happiness by premier leadership coaching worldwide. Now, the thing you can see on the screen, there are ideas, there are resources, products, technology. But behind everything, what is the most important thing? If you have a great idea, you have enough resources, your products and services are ready to deliver, technology you are using. But all things work when the most important thing you have, if you have network. So everything works, when you have a great network, and you are connected with number of the things, and number of things are connected with you. In the next slide, I'll like to explain it, please. Yes. So this is the ecosystem where we work and we build connections. We work on relationship because you are a potential customer too. You are an influencer for many of the people. You are a friend and family for many. You are the part of magazine and news papers, websites, blogs, and you are taking from the system, you are giving to the system. So it's very important that how you design it, how you create a circle of trust when you just get into the connections. So अपने आप पे work करना is a very important part because you are the very important thing in the whole network. So we should know what kind of the lackings we have when we create connections or what is our strength. So working on yourself, invest in yourself is the most important part before starting anything. So firstly, I would like to ask few questions. When you connect with the people, what kind of challenges you face? Next slide, please. Yes. Ajay and Brina, can you find out the one thing which you feel that when you start to talk with someone, you feel that this is the challenge I face? I'm shy, I'm self conscious, strangers equal danger, networking is manipulative. Any of these, or other than that, you want to tell one of your topmost challenge when you create connections?
I feel like for me, networking is a bit manipulative. That's where
Manipulative.
my, yeah.
Your voice is breaking, Amrina. Is some
Uh,
problem in your network?
no, network is fine. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I'm hearing, but
Yeah.
the voice is very slow.
Okay.
Now
Uh,
it's fine. Now it's fine. Okay,
yeah,
what you were
okay.
talking about?
I feel like for me, the biggest hindrance like I just said, that networking is manipulative. Sometimes that's what I start feeling.
Okay, any kind of experience you have in past, so you decide that this is the right or the challenge you are facing.
Uh, I mean, I feel like that because you are just networking for the sake of work. So sometimes, just to sugarcoat the conversation, it becomes a little difficult for me.
Exactly.
That's all. Yeah.
Exactly. The same thing today we are just going to discuss that it's not the time of networking. In today's world, we need connections, we need bondings, we need a circle of trust where we develop our personality, our skills, our ideas, our expertise in a true sense. तो वहाँ पे sugar coated words या these kind of the strategy does not work. So this session is just going to be happen like this. कि networking never work till you have not connections. So this is the connections breakthrough. Now I would like to introduce Rahul Jain for many of the people who don't know, and now the people who know, it's a great thing. So he's a founder director of Business Learning, focusing on leadership development, and founder of community platform Guftgu, a circle of trust, which is an experiential learning how to develop relations and how to use these relations to grow your business and yourself. He is a mentor to IIM Ahmedabad, CIIE, authored multiple courses and passionate about equity research, and at the same time, he believes in spiritualism. Rahul Jain is an MBA from MGI Gurgaon, is a fellow company secretary education-wise. So number of the things I can add on, but without consuming much of your time, we will go on the topic and we will discuss further with Rahul sir. So I would like to welcome him to share his thoughts and ideas about or on this topic. Please, sir, welcome.
Thank you, Priyanka, for such a nice introduction always. And really my pleasure to be here with all of you. So it is immense gratitude that this platform is with all of you, and you have given us an opportunity to speak on this very important topic which can transform our lives. And I can see many of the faces which I know. So I will request, if there is a proper bandwidth, please open your videos, switch on your videos, because that will help us in having better energies. Yeah, Prateek ji is there. So how are you?
हाँ जी, very good evening. I'm all good. आप बताएं?
Yes, brilliant.
Welcome, Prateek ji.
एकदम बढ़िया जी. How are you doing? Long
We
time.
all are fine. Great to see all of you. These energetic faces gives us so much energy. So always be there.
Very true. Very true.
Aryushan ji, welcome. आपका भी. So
Yeah.
I am very yes.
So
And
great to
Vasu
see
is
all
also
of you.
there.
Yes,
Vasu, you are also.
right.
Please,
So
sir, continue.
yes, thank you. So it's great to be onto this topic. Now we need to understand that this is definitely a topic which is close to our heart, in terms of we all want to grow, and we all want to grow in all the aspects of our life. But there are challenges, like we were discussing earlier, and many of you must have written your challenges. So the challenges which you were thinking of, this can be actually worked upon. That's why this session will give you great small action points. And those action points can lead to removal of these barriers that we have created within or outside barriers. It all depends on our commitment levels, that how much committed are we to take actions onto those. Because if we are able to take the actions, then we would be able to achieve our dreams in a manner which you want. And the blueprint which I would be talking about, it will help us in terms of becoming more successful, in terms of becoming better influencer, better role model. I know in movies, Singham can work, Dabang can work, single Amitabh Bachchan, angry young man, can actually handle thousands of villains. Like हमने देखा है बाहुबली में भी, Rajnikant is also known for that. But in business, do you think that one person can run a company?
No.
Even Ambani have got huge number of team and talented people. So without the right persons surrounding us, we can't do anything actually. So that's why it is not what you are doing matters, it is about whom you are surrounded with. It is about who. You know who and who knows you. Both the questions are important. And the today's topic is, that's why it is one of the crucial differentiator which can bring into our lives. So I'll request all of you to focus 100% onto the screen, onto the things that we are discussing today. And please eliminate all other browsers, because that will help us in having better focus. I know hybrid world is very much distracting. So remove all the browsers, all the distractions, and let's focus next half an hour only, so that next 30 minutes can actually give us great many ideas. And I know the blueprint, the structure, the formula, it is similar to the other blueprints that we have discussed, but internally we will be focusing on how to have better connections, how to be a master connector. And these connections are not only outside, but inside out actually. What are we? What we want? Why we want? How can we have better connections within? So all these points are crucial. That's why this blueprint will help us. And the first point already have been discussed, to identify the challenges. The second point that we'll be discussing today is about the why part. Why do you want to have connections? What are your goals? Have you developed your goals in terms of your connections, building your connections with respect to wheel of life? Because each aspect of life is important and each life needs trustworthy connections. Each aspect of our life will need trustworthy connections, whether it is social life, whether it is business, whether it is personal. So what are we going towards that? And what are we doing towards that? And I know behaviors can be a big barriers, our own attitudes. So implementation by behavior change, and then week on week, tracking the results week on week, seeing the milestone and celebrating the victories. So this is the power of proximity. We are known by whom we are surrounded with. So why surround yourself? Because it matters in all the aspects of life. And what are we going towards that? What are we doing towards that? And what actions you will take towards that? Because we know the life is full of disruptions now. You can see in this picture, nobody is seeing this kind of live event with the naked eye, except one lady you can see. So that lady is enjoying the event and the others are watching through phones. And I'm not saying that is wrong or that is, and the lady is right or the vice versa, but it is just a matter of perspective. Newer lifestyles are happening and disruption is going. So are we ready to disrupt, or we are being disrupted every time? So that's why it's not what you know, but who you know and who knows you, that matters. And what are we doing towards that, and how we are going towards that? What are the circles that we have to develop? Circles of trust. So there can be different kinds of circles. So what actions are we taking towards that? So we'll be discussing about the kind of circles which can be really helpful for us in terms of realizing our potential, in terms of having the gratitude, sharing our gratitude, in terms of building the trust, in terms of giver's gain. So why this blueprint? As we discussed, it will help you to become master connector, inside out, relates with your why. So can you write down? Let's do the first activity. Why are you into your profession? Write the why. whatever business you are doing or whatever profession you are into, why are you into that? What is the reason behind that? Don't say for money. Yeah, money is always there. It is the byproduct. That is there. That's a necessity. But the why part is different. Why is the thing that gives you joy, that gives a sense of purpose in your mind, that builds a larger than life purpose in your soul of your organization. People surrounding you get inspired by that. What's your mission and vision? Your personal mission, personal vision. That should give you the purpose of doing what you are doing. So think about that. And when we are talking about connections breakthrough, it's not just outside connections. It's connecting internally, connecting with your why, connecting with your body, mind, and soul. Because if we are having that clarity, if we are in that journey where we are having clarity, then we can get connected outside in a better manner, isn't it? So can you write down your why, and can one of you can share why are you into this business? Because it needs to be interactive. So let's discuss it. Who wants to share? Why are you into your domain? What's the purpose behind it? Yes, let's have now discussion input from Paryushan. Yes, Mr. Paryushan, आप बताइए.
Sir, first of all, I would like to, say this why is a very important question. I was reading it somewhere that there are only two important days in your life.
Yeah.
First is the day you are born, and second is when you find out why.
Brilliant. So great input. So
coming back to the thing is why I am into this profession.
yeah.
So if I say my profession is sales and marketing. So my business is manufacturing, but as a person, my profession is sales and marketing. So first of all, my profession, because I love to connect with people. I love to interact. I love to learn from them, and then I love to grow my network. So,
and why do you want to grow network? Why do you want to grow network? Why do you love to connect with people?
Because something which I really like, something which it gives me happiness, something, something which would give me recognition. So if I'm doing some work and if I get recognized, I would love to share it with more people.
Right. And what gives you that happiness? What gives you that recognition?
So that I really can't be able to,
So think deeply, because that is like the why. You need to ask 5 times why with. Why are you into this? Why do you get that happiness?
Because this is what I love doing it. So that's what I'm.
Great. So it's your passion.
Yes.
Very good. So that's why there's been said, do what you do what you love and love what you do.
Absolutely.
Nice. So if we are clear with that, then your connections will become more meaningful.
If I have been doing if I have been doing any other industry, I am 100% sure I would be doing sales only or marketing. So as a profession, sales and marketing is my profession.
So it means that you want to serve others through your services.
And I want to speak. This is my.
And internally you want to interact.
Absolutely.
So that is like your body.
Yes.
Serving others and interaction. That gives you that time. So, and if you are clear with that, then networking will not be manipulative.
Yes, absolutely.
Because that is like,
it's more of an idea exchange. It's more of a brainstorming where I learn something out of someone, and I try to grasp what the best out of the other person. There might be 10 things which I might, in 9 I might not like out of him, but one thing I were to take back home with that person, I will look for that.
Brilliant. So always have this in your mind that when you are doing something, it is for your purpose, fulfilling your purpose, fulfilling your mission. And for that, the clarity of why, it will help us in connecting with our purpose.
Yes.
Great. The next point is about thank you for your inputs. Next is
Sir, can I say one thing? For beautiful inputs, we can say in between, ho jayegi balle balle. So,
मतलब
Paryushan, would you like to sing this song? Ho jayegi balle balle.
It's all right. I can say that, not an issue at all. So what I have to say is, ho jayegi balle balle, right?
Yes, right.
Priyanka
It's a
ji,
hey moment, it's a wow moment in our session. So whenever you feel good, anybody can just sing these two words. Thank you. Thank you so much.
तो हो जाएगी बल्ले बल्ले. So don't just sing, also dance with that.
Yeah, yeah.
but
Okay,
that
so-
you can do better than us.
No.
It's just a symbol to show your energy in session.
Sharing the energy. Great.
Understand.
So next point is also very important if we talk about the effectiveness of this blueprint. It's about referrals are 8 times more effective than calling, than say cold calling. Because you are connected with that person through a particular person. And that kind of carries that extra weight. And it becomes a very good way of introduction. We always want that other person should recommend us. That recommendations come through right kind of connections. So that's why these are 8 times more effective. What do you think, Prateek ji? Is this point relevant? That referral part, is referral important? Mr. Vasu is also there. We can have some inputs from them. If they are with the bandwidth is okay with them. Okay, we'll get back to them. And research has showed that 85% of roles or requirements are filled through networking. This is surprising statistics from Harvard Business Review. I was just studying Harvard Business Review this yesterday, and this article came up. I'll share the link also in the email about the detailed article. And it is really startling, 85%, whether it is job roles, whether it is vendor requirements, these are filled through networking. And it leads to cost-effective vendor, say the supplies requirements that you are having, quality hirings, quality people are surrounded by you because of the right kind of connects. And then the last point, identifying and nurturing circle of trust. This we'll be discussing a concept called very powerful concept, which I will be discussing in next 5 to 10 minutes, which will help you in developing, identifying and nurturing circle of trust. And that's why out of these points, we need to develop smart goals and plan of action. So you know your why. Now you identify your dreams. Some of you have already done that earlier in the previous classes, but those who are new or those, and this is a continuous exercise. In the current scenario, what are your dreams actually? Write down, because these keep on changing, keep on adding. So write down one personal dream, one professional, and one back burner, or you can say social. Personal, professional, and social. And should be something different. If you have written that earlier also, few months back, now think about something different, something bigger now. Personal, professional, and social. 3 different kind of dreams. And then what do you want to do that, to do for those dreams in next 1 year? And write down the specific actions that you want to take next 1 month. So dreams 1 year and 1 month. Specific action that you want to take in next 1 month. So write it down. We'll be sharing that. In the meantime, I will invite Priyanka to continue with Ho Jayegi Balle Balle, but with a difference. She'll share a story. Yes.
So thank you so much, Rahul sir. And as we are seeing the importance of connection building and how to develop these connections in our life to grow in each part or in every aspect of our life, I want to share a story which is the saying that how referrals, how if some other people refer you for your action, for your work, for your skill, this plays an important role. So, Joe Johnson had always dreamed of leading a romantic life with a career in a theater. And she pursued her dream and lived the life she loved for many years. But although she still loved the theater, she began to long for roots, better pay, freedom to go on dates with her husband on Friday nights. So her resume, she received a cool reception from corporate hiring managers, discovering that her experience in the theater and her master degree in stage management were not sufficient to generate interest in hiring her. So these kind of challenges she was facing to get the job in other industry. Once in the job, Joe concluded that her work as a stage manager was very similar to the work as a project manager. And she explains that in the theater, a stage manager tracks actors, directors, designer, props, electrics, costumes, and schedules. In the software industry, a project manager tracks engineers, marketers, designers, developers, public relationships, schedules, and many bits. So eventually was prompted into the permanent positions at Adobe, and later she was hired by another software company to be a project manager, referred by one of his good friend in that industry. So Jo started her career and she did best out of that, and her personal experience rings true to the saying, it's not what you know, it's who you know. So that what really counts when you get in the door, but the who is the most important aspects of getting it opened. Now, this is about the story of a person who just shifted from theater to software industry with referral. Now, I would like to ask a question. Can you tell me who referred Amitabh Bachchan in film industry? Any of you want to tell this? अमिताभ बच्चन को फिल्म इंडस्ट्री में किसने रेफर किया था? Hopefully, you all have noted down or written the goals or the dreams. But Amitabh Bachchan ka dreams tha to be an actor. So who supported him to be in this industry?
देखिए इसमें से कोई हो तो आपके सामने फोटो लगी है.
Salim Javed. Salim Javed noticed his performances, his failures, his rejections, but still they believed in him because they referred Amitabh Bachchan to do a role in Janjeer. And that was the time he never looked back in this film industry. Now he's a man of millennium and he is an outstanding actor. He is doing number of things. At this age, the Unchai is the movie released and got success. So I would like to ask another question. Is there in your life some person who just backed you like this? Or you want to show gratitude towards that person who referred you or, given you the chance to be successful? Vasu, would you like to share something? I never heard anything from you. Vasu, are you there with us?
I think Amrina wants to discuss something. Yes, Amrina.
Okay, Amrina, please.
No, I didn't want to discuss, but um, I would say that there was this friend of mine who had referred me to this one of these clients that I work with, and I've always had a very good experience with them. And it was actually just a matter of chance that I met him through my friend, and then things just fell into place. So I felt like that it was being at the right place at the right time.
Yes,
kind of a moment. Yeah.
exactly. So the power of who is very important, isn't it?
Yes.
You are very talented, you are resourceful, you have great potential, but someone else does not know about these things, then how can they refer you? So this is the power of, connection. This is power of proximity. So these people on the screen, you can see that Ambani and Elon Musk or Adani, these all are the people who just get ahead in their life through references. Now Adani is just coming up with the new projects one by one, getting the success. Now he's the big industrialist within a very short span period of time. So this happened because of the great networking, great connections, or the trust he created among the people. So now the bank or the other financial industries are giving them loan, and he's just making one by one success one by another. So धीरू भाई अंबानी ने भी एक बात कहा था कि I had 500 rupees and I just went to the 5-star hotel, and there I had a cafe with one of my friend, and my few known ones started to tell me ki, why you have invested these 500 rupees in just one coffee. Then he replied, it was not a misuse, or it's not the wastage of money, it was the investment in a right circle. So from great to get great ideas, I need the great circle or the people with a great mindset. So just think that side also. Now, mastery in impactful connection by attitude is everything, is very important. How you develop your attitude, how you keep your mindset, how you develop your circles. These all things we discuss in this course, as you can see on the screen, mastering the impactful connections. So this is a course, as you see, content we will discuss. And wait a moment. Yes. So strength of the chain, जहाँ connection सबसे पुअर होता है, सबसे वीक होता है, चेन वहां से सबसे ज्यादा स्ट्रॉन्ग बन सकती है. कैसे? नाउ आई वुड लाइक टू इनवाइट again Rahul sir to discuss further.
Yeah, thank you. So it's really important to understand that the third step that we will be discussing now, which is about this chain. ये हमने पहले भी सुना हुआ है. It's not a new thing, but very important कि one weak part of the chain can render the whole chain weaker, isn't it? So a chain is only as strong as its weakest link. And what are we doing towards our weakest link? And the weakest link, sometimes the weakest part might not be useful for us. So we may ignore it. That's fine. But if the weakest link is a part of your core competency, then we need to improve that. Otherwise, we can outsource or ignore. So we need to identify, is that weakest link important for you? And if it is important, then we need to find out some actions. So how we can identify the weakest link? By identifying the behaviors which are blocking our potential. Which are the potential blockers? What behavior is blocking your potential? So this is the list in front of you. On left hand side, it is the behaviors. On right hand side, it is the results. So left hand side, can you identify the behaviors in the current situation, which are the potential blockers? Identify the top 3 potential blockers, which is blocking your potential, which is not helping you, which is there some kind of preconceived notions that you are having. You are putting self-imposed limitations and you are not moving towards the connections which you want. For example, I had this pride of communicating with external people, especially in the bigger audiences. In my college days, I had that stage fright. So that was the thing blocking me at that point of time. It was hindering my potential a lot. And then I started working onto that. And now I can easily talk to many people, hundreds and thousands of people I've talked in front of audiences, that kind of. So that attitudinal challenges is actually stopped our potential, or It is giving her limitations, which is not there actually. It's a mirage of limitations. So yeah, can you note down the top 3 potential blockers and share 1 or 2 of your blockers here on the chat. If you are not having the right bandwidth, then you can put your thoughts on the chat. We can learn from each other. So I'll request everybody to share. And what are you going towards to improve that? Write down the action also. It takes at least 30 days to remove negative habit and 100 days to build that positive habit. So if you're not planning properly for your connections, for your networking, for your building circle of trust, if you're not writing it down, then it means your planning needs improvement. So what are you going towards that? When and what time you would be doing the planning? So that is one of the examples. Same way as the other points, certain activities which you can delegate. Even if you are having one man company, one woman company, still you can delegate. How? How can you delegate? You can outsource. No one person can run any business. And if you are doing everything together at one point of go or everything you want to do, then your company won't grow. So you need to identify your own competencies. What's your competitive advantage? So have you heard about Bittu? This word Bittu, Bittu टिक्की वाला. अभी बिट्टू टिक्की वाला सुनते ही माइंड में टिक्की आ गई. Isn't it? That is its competitive advantage. अभी virtual world में I can't give you टिक्की and samosa that you have to eat on your own. But then Bittu टिक्की वाला is reminding us that टिक्की, yeah, what is that? And if you think about Disney, what does Disney represents? Disneyland mind में आता है तो क्या दिमाग में आएगा?
Dreams.
Yeah, entertainment.
Entertainment.
Dreams, happiness, celebrations, balle balle. So all those things come in our mind. So that's why as a person, you need to identify your competencies, your competitive advantage. Focus on, yeah.
Amrina has shared some points.
So you can read it out. Yes, Priyanka.
Yeah.
Please read it. Yeah. So in the meantime, I was discussing one point. You need to identify your own core competencies and the rest of the things you can, if you want some other competencies, but that can be delegated, that can be outsourced. So write down those points also. So I was just discussing the second point of ineffective delegation. So this is another way of looking towards delegation. That is collaboration, that is outsourcing, that is joint venture, that is volunteering. So those are the other ways of doing it. Yes, Priyanka.
Yeah, she wrote that low communication and time management. These are the topmost 2 challenges she is facing.
Yeah, so if we say this time management part, now time management is the most common challenge. But we don't have to manage time actually. We just have to manage our priorities. So we need not prioritize our schedule, but we have to schedule our priorities. So what are we going towards that? What are you going towards? What are you doing towards your priorities? Are you setting your priorities based on your dreams, based on your purpose? And for setting your
Yes, sir.
priorities, yeah, so great.
Definitely. I mean, I think after this program, I mean, I'm not saying that this is a huge hindrance for me. I have definitely improved on it, but this is still work in progress. I mean, I am able to prioritize my goals better now.
Brilliant.
Priyal, do you want to share something?
Yeah, Priya.
One topmost challenge.
Yeah, Priyal is also there.
Yes, ma'am.
Please share one.
So, ma'am, I think the most upfront issue that I face is actually lack of self-organization. Like even if I organize what I have to do throughout the day, I'm not able to plan it, and then I'm not able to prioritize as to what exactly needs to be done first.
So
Yeah,
I'm very
yeah.
Please, sir, you continue. I just want to say I'm very happy that Priyal just shared one of her challenge, but she is a wonderful person, as I know. She is hugely talented and she has much of potential what she is doing, and still she is identifying it. That's the thing we can appreciate. So once we will say, "Ho jayegi balle balle."
Yes.
Priyal, would
Thank you, ma'am.
you please say one time, "Balle balle, ho jayegi balle balle."
Ma'am, हो जाएगी बल्ले बल्ले.
Yes, we will win. We will come out of these challenges. Thank
जाएगी
you.
बल्ले बल्ले, because मेरे को भी ये challenge है self organizing.
Right.
So no issues, we all are in same boat and it's our own journey. So just we have to move and take small actions towards that.
Hmm.
And this self-organizing, if we relate with connections, now if we are self-organized, if we become better in that, if we just start taking small actions in terms of self-organizing is like planning. Self-organizing including having our mind decluttered, having better workspace, better space in our mind. So meditation, calmness, all these things will help us in having calmness, and self-organizing will improve. So identify some activities which can lead to calmness. So connecting inside. So connections breakthrough is both inside and outside. So that's why we need to identify people who are into this kind of skill building. So we want to self-organize better. Let's have proximity of those kind of people. And find out an accountability partner towards your challenge which is blocking you. Which that partner will help you in that. Like for example, I always have this challenge in terms of I always want to improve in my communication skills, in my oral communication. So I always have my accountability partners. That Priyanka is one of them. Accountability partner. I always seek feedback. So Neha is another one. So these people help me in that. So I have that circle of trust. So are you also building your circle of trust? So now let's come to the most important part, last 5-10 minutes of the concept. Then we'll have few presentations and the discussions of the review, what we did in the previous sessions. So 5-10 minutes of concept, but it's very important point that I will be discussing. It is about what circle of trust are there, how many circles of trust we need to build, at least 4 circles we have to build. I'll come to that. But I want to ask you that are you the disruptor or disruptee? It means, are we slave of our old habits, negative habits, or we are replacing the positive habits with negative habits? So if we can replace it, then we become disruptor. Disruptor and disruptee is just not about business models. It's also about our own personality. So that's why now there would be an activity. और इस बार बल्ले बल्ले नहीं होगी, इस बार शावा शावा होगा. So yes, Priyanka, you can discuss this activity. Yes.
Okay, it's a question round, and I would like to know personally each and everyone, by profession, by business. I know you are doing so well, but to create a bondings, to create a circle of trust, we know the personal part, we know the value system, we know the core of the people. So that's why I designed few questions from entertainment point of view, but you can answer it. So, Paryushan, first question to you: how do you gain motivation for difficult tasks?
How
If
do you gain motivation for difficult tasks? This is a very good.
yes, what motivates you? Yes, I can do it. I accept the challenge. Yes, some people in your mind come, ki they did it. Why can't I? Yeah, you have belief in your abilities. What kind of the things which motivates you?
So, Priyanka ji, I might sound you little bit theoretical or little bit cliche, or old school. But what motivates me for a difficult task is that something which I've achieved in the past. When I
Yes,
achieve that thing in the past, I can achieve this thing as well. You know,
exactly. Absolutely wonderful answer in a short and sweet. बहुत ही खूबसूरत और exactly हमारे past results और हमारे achievements always motivate us to achieve something greater in our life.
So-
Thank you, Paryushan. Thank you so much. Now my next question to Priyal. What ice cream flavor explains your personality?
this is a difficult question.
No, it's to Priyal. Priyal.
But
Now you're only one question.
everyone will write their answer on the notes.
Chat box also, yes.
Chat box में भी लिखेंगे वो.
So we will keep in our records. Whenever you will come to our place, we will offer you.
But if you come in time.
Yes. Motivation to come. Priyal, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Fast, please. What ice cream
Ma'am,
flavor explains your personality?
ma'am, I think maybe chocolate because sometimes I'm sweet, but it can be bitter also when it's dark chocolate.
That's great. So balle balle के
Depending.
बाद shava shava भी बोल दो.
Ma'am, shower.
Chalo, great. We would have a chocolate ice cream party. Next question to Prateek ji. Prateek ji, can you hear me? Prateek ji, are you there?
No,
Vasu?
he's watching his favorite movie.
No, he is there with
No,
us. So, which is your favorite film, sir?
मैम वैसे तो सारी मूवीज ही अच्छी लगती है.
यही तो है, नेटवर्किंग में सारे लोग अच्छे लगने से नहीं चलेगा ना. यू हैव टू बी स्पेसिफिक कि क्या मेरे लिए रेलिवेंट है, मेरे टेस्ट का क्या है, मुझसे क्या मैच होता है. सो बी स्पेसिफिक, कुछ एक आध बता दीजिए.
मैडम जैसे एक ऐसे ओशंस 11, ओशंस 13, ये सारी सीरीज थी. आई लाइक इट वेरी मच. आई वॉच देम अगेन एंड अगेन. ब्रैड पिट की कोई भी मूवीज है, आई रिपीटेडली वॉच देम.
Absolutely great, sir. So next time when we will meet, we will discuss on this topic in detail. That's why I'm asking these questions to each and every person. So further I can get the topic for discussions. Thank you so much, Prateek ji. And Amrina, what are you excited about today? What are you excited about today?
So today, I'm traveling in a couple of days, and I will be meeting my old friends after quite some time. So I'm really excited for that trip.
That's
And
wonderful.
yes,
Excited to meet with your old friends. Absolutely
Yes.
wonderful. Now who left, please raise your hand. Anyone who want to, this is the question you can pick from your end. What is your most memorable vacation spot? Vasu, are you there with us? Vasu?
He's having some bandwidth problem.
Okay, fine. Ajay, would you like to share? कोई वेकेशन जहाँ पे आप गए और वो जगह आपको बहुत अच्छी लगी, मेमोरेबल है?
यस मैम, ऋषिकेश मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगता है.
Absolutely good. Chalo, so we will plan it sometime. And thank you so much being so participative. And now we know something about each other in personal way also. So next time, whenever we will meet, we'll discuss on these things and we'll know more about each other. So over to Rahul sir again.
देखिए इन्होंने मेरा काम बहुत आसान कर दिया, because circle of trust is nothing but all these things that we are talking about. It's about your business, it's about personal, it's about social, it's about self-development. So this is our formula for the circle of trust, which is calls. 4 aspects that we need to focus, at least 4 aspects, which can help us. 4 circles we should continuously nurture in our life. if we nurture these 4 circles, first circle is about, as I was talking about this circle earlier also, the collaboration. That's about competencies, identifying your competencies. One person can't do all the things. So we need to identify our specialization. And then we need to identify our collaboration partners, the things that we want to outsource. So that's why that is like do 1%, 100% done blueprint. 1% improvement in all these areas. 1%, let's add 1%, one connection every month in all these areas. Only just one connection in one circle every month. That is the people whom you want to get connected to. Identify the ways of getting connected. We say that even if you want to get connected in somebody in Alaska, he is only 5% away. तो ज्यादा फर्क नहीं है, सिर्फ 5 ही लोगों से कनेक्ट करोगे तो आप बिल गेट से कनेक्ट कर जाओगे. तो दैट इज द पावर ऑफ कनेक्शंस. तो अभी मैं फर्स्ट पॉइंट डिस्कस कर रहा था, वो मैंने पहले भी किया आज. अभी मैं सेकंड पॉइंट पे आता हूँ क्योंकि टाइम लिमिटेड है. First point, I hope it is clear to everybody, identifying your competencies and then outsourcing or collaborating in other areas. Now, second point is about contact sphere, common market. ये आपके बिजनेस के एंगल से बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. Identify your top 3 products. उनके 3 टारगेट मार्केट्स आइडेंटिफाई करिए. Write down your top 3 products. Top 3 services that you want to be or that you are in right now. Because if you remember, last time we took a master class on sales, 3rd of this month, previous month, and now we are taking the master class. After a month, we are taking the master class on connections, connections breakthrough. So now that is a connection between sales and this masterclass is clearly prevalent. If we are able to dig deep, if you are able to have profound connections, it will lead to higher sales and higher business. But what is the first step? Identify 3 products. Write down target market for each of them. जैसे let's take an example. So suppose somebody is into wedding events. So target market, suppose the target market is HNIs. Okay. मैं अभी एक ऐसी एग्जांपल ले रहा हूँ, फिर I'll take example from one of you. अब now that person should, those who are into wedding, that person should identify 10 other companies or organizations or individuals who have got the common target market, but not competing. So who can have a complementary business? Like for a wedding person, wedding events, the person who is providing matrimony services can be a partner. Matrimony services and event person can collaborate. They might have common contact sphere. So in the same way, you also need to identify people who are in your industry or in other industry having same contact sphere. So suppose we are targeting HR, we want to meet HR, and the recruiters also want to meet HR. So we both can collaborate, isn't it? So that's why we need to identify at least one person per month. Have a goal of adding 10 persons like this in a year in your target market, which is having common contact sphere. So can you identify? Let's have some inputs. So Paryushan ji, aap bataiye, what do you think? Who can be your collaborators in this second point, common market?
Sir, हमारा common market में collaborator can be anybody who is dealing into the project segment, मतलब builder segment or a EPC contractor or a developer, you know.
Right.
and supplying to, or if I have to be really specific, somebody who is dealing in MEP products and supplying to builders, developers, and EPC contractors.
Very good. So this is a good starting point. Now we need to have a goal in terms of having such kind of connecting with such kind of people every month.
Yes. Yes.
That will help us in building that common contact sphere.
Yes.
Is that important?
Yes, sir. It will be very important. So we have to identify one person every month. That's what you mean to say.
Yes, at least one person in one particular target market.
Achha. I'll just note it down.
Yeah, I'll share this presentation with all of you. And learning. Now let's move to the next point of learning. This is another circle which will help us in building our wheel of life, whether it is learning for your own self, that is mental self-development, or in your career, or in any aspect, in learning any hobby, any skill. And we always learn from others, individuals. They either can be coach, can be mentor, can be friend, can be a person who is a neighbor, who is good in a particular skill. So learning can be from anywhere. And if it is from a particular person, authenticity is there, and we can learn in a very quick manner. Isn't it? So identify your learning, areas of learning, develop that circle. Yes, Amrina, can you share, or Priyal, for the learning part, what kind of learning you want to have in the next 1 year? What skills do you want to develop? And for that, can you identify or write down the name of the people or personality that you want to get connected? Like Amrina, I think she has already shared, she wanted to connect with some mental health advocates. So I'll now invite Priyal. Yes, Priyal.
Yes, sir. So, sir, in the coming year, one thing that I would really like to work on is to increase the productivity, which would lead to an increase in sales. And thereby, I think, sir, consistent efforts and every day, like once you shared in the session that even one extra call per day can bring a change. So I think keeping that in mind and putting in efforts consistently and connecting with the right people, like identify which people are actually going to help you increase the sales or increase the task that you're looking for. I think that is what I specifically want to focus in the coming year.
Brilliant. That's a very good point. So let's have Ho Jayegi Balle Balle for both of you. You have shared that. So are you with me? Say hey. All of you can say hey.
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 Great. Now the next circle that we need to develop is social circle. That we always want to nurture, that will give us happiness. And this social circle can come out of our wheel of life. If you see this wheel, some of you have already done, but this is now see with another perspective. What kind of connections you want in your spiritual, with yourself, with your family, with your social and cultural. So social circle is all about having fun and happiness. That is one angle of it. And you also need social circle to express yourself, to have that recognition, achievement. So to whom you want to get connected to? What kind of associations you want to get connected? What kind of clubs you want to be in? Or what kind of community development you want to be in? What kind of volunteering work you want to do? What kind of self-healing you want to do? Spiritual work, spiritual practices. So there can be multiple aspects towards that. So who wants to share in this point? Yes.
So can I share?
Yeah, please.
So I would say that as far as social connections are concerned, I would want to consciously have a community of like-minded people, and I think it can be as simple as connecting on the same kind of books or the movies that you've seen. And it can go up to the spiritual aspect also, because I think right now a lot of people are, uh, a lot of people, I feel like they want a more uh, conscious kind of a life. They want a more peaceful life, and they want to work more towards their purpose. So I feel like that on this basis, having a community would be really nice.
Brilliant, brilliant. So that's a very good thought. And let's start having goal and plan of action towards that. Let's start building connections towards that, identifying the right people. So can you make some kind of plan of action towards that in this week or next week?
Yeah, sir, I can. Actually, I have been doing this, via social media, connecting through my page to people, because I already have a page on Instagram. So where I write and I share all my thoughts and everything. So through that, I have met a lot of people. I've connected with a lot of people, and then the connections that I already have, with the friend circle. So I see I suppose the kind of growth somebody's had, and if I can still relate to them, so I am making an effort to nurture those relationships.
Brilliant. Now, with that regard, I will ask everybody, they should have this wheel of balance in wheel of life by building these circles of trust. And this balance is required right now only. We can't say that after 60 only we would like to have spiritual life. Or after certain age only I would like to have X thing. No. Balance is required everywhere. Yeah, you can put more or less time depending on your priorities. So, so that's why we have built this community of Guftugu, which is like circle of trust. And this first time we are doing online Guftugu, which is on 7th of December. So still, I think we have got some registrations open. So those who want to have discussions on these aspects and also connecting with the like-minded people, you can join. Plus, we'll also launching a Slack platform on Guftugu, where we can have deeper conversations regarding your areas of interests. So Slack already we have enrolled for our internal team, and we'll be launching the Slack platform next week. Post 7th, we'll be launching it so that all of you can have right kind of engagements in that. And that's why we say if we are consistent, if we take small actions every day, we improve every day, then it can lead to exponential change in results. Like you can see in this poster, 300 times the impact that we can have if we just have 1% improvement every day. So if we build one connection every week, you can have 50 new connections and have connections the way you want, which helps you in fulfilling your purpose. So think about your purpose first, have your goals and actions, and then identify the people to whom you get connected. So this is the assignment for all of you for the next week. That is dreams. You have already started working towards that. Now think about the current dreams or some other dreams which you have not started working, or where there is an amount of work which is pending. So take those dreams, next 1 year goals related to that, and then action plan to plug the gap related to the circle of trust. So identify 10 persons in each circle, the 4 circles that we are talking about, skulls. Any questions one can ask? These are the 4 circles that we were talking about. So collaborations in terms of outsourcing the activities, it can be personal, professional, social. In all the areas, you can outsource. Then contact sphere, it's about your business or common areas of interests. Also can be the contact sphere. Then learning and social. Your social needs, your areas of interests. All those things. So at least identify 10 people and share on the email. Your next session will be on 16th of December. In the morning, you will be having around 10 a.m. We'll start. Now we'll have some more agenda for our people who are already with this group. Already they are doing the coaching session. So I'll be discussing with them now. But before that, those who are new to this session, I'll make an announcement for them that we are launching a new batch on about this topic, effective personal and business transformation. Our new batch is coming on 22nd of December. Already few registrations have been done in the in-house batches that we are starting. And this is the 4-month module in that particular program, Mastery in Impactful Connections by Attitude is Everything. So Amrina has done this program by Attitude is Everything. We have upgraded that program now. This 3-month program she did. Now it's a 4-month program, and we have added the Circle of Trust module also, which we are now giving as a master class to Amrina. So Amrina, now it's the time that you share your presentation, your learnings from this course, because this is your last session in terms of the
Yes.
course.
So can
I'll
you,
share-
if
Yes.
it's not a problem, can you open it from your, can you share it from your email?
Yes, I'll just share that. And Amrina, by 10th, you can email the video of
Yeah,
one.
sir. I will email it to you.
Plus, I'll also share a form, participant profile form for
Okay.
your certification. So you can fill that form
Okay, sir.
so that you get the certification.
Yes, sure, sir.
With your video, you share that form. I will email the form by tomorrow.
Okay, sir.
So now I will open your presentation. So this is her final presentation. So people, all of you, please see her journey. And over to you, Amrita.
Yeah. Okay, so
If
I
you want, you
started.
can switch on your video because this would be
Yes,
recorded.
sir. Yes,
So
sir.
I'll just pin you because this will also have on the social media. Yes. Yes.
So good evening to everyone. And I started this journey of taking up this program around 3 to 4 months back. And here's what I learned. These are my top 3 ideas. Number one is changing my perspective about rejection. So, like for so many people, the lockdown and the pandemic, it changed a lot of things for us internally. For me, it changed the idea of rejection overall. So it for me it became that like why not take a chance? And mostly every time I took a chance, it kind of somehow it paid off. And I realized that while we are stuck in this everyday life of ours, and we are going through the same how do I say, the same journey every day, we kind of get stuck in a limbo. So when these kind of obstructions, they come in the form of rejection, we tend to doubt ourselves. And in most of the cases, the rejection actually kind of works out, and it gives us a lot of wisdom. The next slide.
Yeah, great point.
Um, the second the idea is that about our belief system and all the limiting self beliefs that we have about ourselves. It can be anything, like having low self-worth, low self-esteem, and always comparing ourselves to our peers and not taking pride in what we've already achieved. And personally, I feel that this is actually a symptom of the hustle culture that we are living in at the moment. And everybody is in, some sort of a battle to just get the next best thing. And even when they get it, they're not like really happy. So the idea is to change our mindset about this, to take more pride in our achievements, and to actually kind of forge our own path as compared to what the social media is telling us or what the trend is telling us, because that's not going to keep us happy in the long run.
Nice.
The third idea is about investing in the right people. And like right now, the discussion that we were having about having the right connections and the right people. So I feel like that the people that we have in our lives, they play a very important role in our personal journey and personal growth. And it's very important for us to recognize, people are who are good for us. It just to put it simply, and who would be happy for our growth, who would encourage us to take more chances without any need for extra criticism or unsolicited opinion. Because I feel like by now, we all have that knowledge and the wisdom to push ourselves in the right direction. I think we need the right voices around us to build that sort of community and partnership.
Great.
Mhm. So, for me, the personal gain here would be to I actually did not really think about how beneficial the small goals would be to me in the long run. And actually, through this course, I took the chance and I started integrating all these small activities in my life, whether it was related to my physical health or just having goal for one day. And it helped me cultivate a right mindset through patience and courage and having faith in what I wanted to achieve. And through that, uh, even while I was doubting myself, I decided to take a chance. I went and accomplished a dream. I went to a country that I really wanted to go to for the last 2 years, and it really helped me change my entire perspective, and it filled me with a lot of hope and creativity.
Great. Great to know about it.
Thank you, sir. And so the new perspective for me, these are the new perspectives that I definitely have more respect for my journey. I have more faith in myself now. Secondly, I know that the self doubt part, it always kind of creeps in, but I also know that I can fight it. So I don't like to brush it under the carpet. I like to feel that self doubt, and then I can get ahead with it. And the third one for me would be the physical health aspect. This was something that I was really just not paying attention to for a long time. But when I did pay attention to it, it helped me in a lot of ways, and I would like to I would like to continue with this till the time I'm alive.
Wow.
So the importance of such explorations, according to me, number one would be about how important the slow and the steady game is. Uh, because right now in the urgency culture, everybody wants their results right now. Everybody wants, you know, uh, I feel like that everybody is just seeking dopamine through, small things, and then they get very dissatisfied because they just want those instant results, and they are not really cultivating the sort of a happy and a joyful environment. So such explorations, they help us realize that as human beings we have our limitations, and it's very normal to have limitations. We are not machines and we are not AI. We'll reach a point where we need some rest, but at the same time, if we learn to take care of ourselves, we'll be able to achieve everything that we've set out to achieve.
Brilliant.
The other the aspect of this is to learning to respect the process. It's a continuation of what I just said, that we should, everything is very goal oriented and outcome oriented, and we don't actually kind of, we stop taking pride and joy in the process, which is a lot of fun, I feel. So once we start being more mindful about it, that's when we start having more gratitude for our journey. And the last point is the idea of perfectionism, and the fact that perfectionism does not exist, and that something in life will always be a miss, but I feel like that's the beauty of life, and we should learn to make peace with that and enjoy what we already have.
Absolutely. Balle balle ho jaye. Okay. Yeah.
So that's about it. That's what I learned through this program, and thank you all for listening.
So great to know about your progress and the person as a development which you had. And of course, this is a starting point.
No, sir, I would say all thanks to you that you encouraged me to do this program, and this has been like I mean, it's really added a lot to my life, I feel.
That's so beautiful. So beautifully you presented your ideas and the things, and the best thing I can find in your presentation was the number one slide, where we can see the girl is coming or just going back. The both thing we can see from our perspective. That is the great presentation.
Thank you, ma'am.
Absolutely wonderful.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's very thoughtful and very picturesque, and also you expressed it in a very good manner.
Yes.
So absolutely. Next session also we'll be having few more presentations. So Amrina, this is not your last session. You have to also come in the next session. That is on 16th. We'll have some midterm presentations by the people out here, like Parishyan will be presenting, and few people who are not there, but they have already submitted. They will present next time. So we'll have more sharings so that we get energy from each other, exchange the right energies. So 16th we'll be having the next session, and by 10th, please submit your pending midterm presentations and also the assignment which we have given you today regarding the circle of trust and the video which you have to do. Also, Amrina will be looking forward for the course that you are developing, the course structure.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Because let's start developing that, and scripting and the production will also take time. So I feel this is the time that we need to utilize for it.
Yes, sir, definitely. I'm in the process of doing it. I'll share it with you in a couple of days.
Any other presentation is there, sir? Anyone else who is going to present?
No, now we'll be discussing, we'll be having the discussion on the queries on